time is now, there we go. Time is now 6:45. We'll call a pension board meeting to order for May 12th, 2025. Roll call.
Art Gagney.
Kevin Cunningham.
Peggy Bory.
I did receive a message from Dean Gorman, who will not be able to attend, and I did not hear anything from Christy Haskell. Item C, public comment. Hearing none. Item D, approved minutes from the pension board meeting dated 3/10/2025.
Make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for 3/10/25.
And I'll second it.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. There is no old business. For new business, there are 3 items. The first one up on the list is a request for Carol Marcoux, who started working for the Board of Education on July 1st, this is his request for July 1st, 2025. His date of hire was October 11th of 2011. So almost 14 years of service, and if you entertain that motion for a pension to be paid, it would be monthly for $810.75 as requested to commence on July 1st, 2025.
Make a motion to approve the pension for Carol Moreau.
Marcoux.
It's spelled wrong, but it's Marcoux.
Oh, okay. For Marcoux for $810.75 per month, starting 1 July 25.
And I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 2.
Could you tell me how it's spelled?
Marcoux.
Okay.
And is it C-A-R-O-L? Carol?
Yeah,
R.
yeah. On the second page, as you'll see the other Carroll.
Okay.
Okay. Also from the school system, Kathleen Cassavant is making a request for retirement. Also worked for the Board of Education for 12 1/3 years. All right, the time is now 7 p.m. I'd like to call this Board of Selectmen meeting to order for May 12th, 2025, and ask you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and roll call.
Art Gagney.
Kevin Cunningham.
Peggy Bory.
Item C, to approve the meeting minutes from the special Board of Selectmen meeting from 5/6/2025.
Make a motion we approve the meeting minutes from the Board of Selectmen special meeting 5/6/25.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Public comment, item D. Okay, we can go into item E, which is no old business. Before we jump into new business, I'm going to ask and request that we put 2 items onto the agenda. I'll read them for you. The motion to add item 2 to the agenda for a discuss and act on qualifications for bid proposals for the Moosup Valley Trail Extension Project.
Make a motion to add item 2 to the agenda.
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Item 3. Motion to add item 3 for the Board of Selectmen agenda to discuss and act on a non-binding advisory question to ask if the public is in favor or not of the proposed Smart Technology LLC Municipal Solid Waste Processing Facility.
What do we want to say that one more time?
Sure. Discuss and act on a non-binding advisory question to ask if the public is in favor or not of the proposed Smart Technology LLC Municipal Solid Waste Processing Facility.
And this would be for the upcoming referendum?
If possible. No, it would not be for the referendum because we already have a questions. But either for, if any of them fail, we can then add it on, or we have it a separate. We'll get there. I'm just going to add it on for discussion.
Okay.
For discussion?
Yep.
All right.
And make a motion to add item 3 on.
Okay. Are you in a motion? I will second that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Okay. All right, so item number 1 on the new business, to discuss and act on ordinance 101 to approve the plans for Lily Lane So I brought some help to assist in kind of giving a description for this, but if you see in your packet for new business number 1, Ordinance 101 is talking about addition of a new street to the town of Plainfield, so it requires the town's selectmen to do some action. So if you wouldn't mind, Ryan, just give some little bit of background and help out.
Sure. Recently, the Planning and Zoning Commission approved a subdivision on Small Road for Mr. Lado, Custom Built Homes by Greg Lado, and he is with us tonight in the audience. This has a road that has been proposed. It has been reviewed by the commission and also the Planning and Zoning Commission along with the Wetlands Commission and also the town engineer. That was before Sean got here. Sean is our town engineer now. But everything has been through the approval process. It's a formality for the Board of Selectmen to take a look at the proposed road and vote on sending it to, or allowing it to proceed.
It's been proposed for P&Z.
It's gone through in the wetlands and planning and zoning.
And so just I'll ask a quick question to both of you. Do you approve of this as it stands so far?
Yes, it's been through all approvals. I reviewed it. Sean has done a review after the fact. Yep, and everything looks good.
Okay. So we rely on you for that information. I appreciate that very much.
Would you like to see the plans?
If you wanted to give them and share, sure.
You want to gather around here. So this is what the road will look like. Spalding Road is over here. New house is under construction right here. It might have the CO now. But there will be 9 lots, 2 more out back that's not on the sheet. But you can see the extent of the road.
It'd be a cul-de-sac.
It's cul-de-sac road, yes.
So when the town takes us over, we are now required to do the maintenance on it.
Correct.
Okay.
The road, there's also a detention basin right here. That will be for the stormwater. We have a catch basin in this area that directs the water to the basin. Also down at the end of the street, 2 rain gardens to take what water comes down this way.
And this area in the back here, how's that being maintained for water issues?
So everything is sheet flowing in this direction.
Okay.
And you say it's how many on this side?
Well, could be 2 later on.
There's,
You said 9.
5,
So the
there's
one that's
4
being built.
There's 4 more lots past the cul-de-sac.
Okay, that one's not,
That was
Like
Almost
this.
ready.
So this is not part of the subdivision, this is
Right.
a free split.
yeah,
Okay.
there's 5 and then 4
Yep.
Yep.
could be put on.
So what'll happen to the cul-de-sac if they do the other 4, if it's a cul-de-sac?
We still maintain that area.
So
I know.
I'll flip to.
The cul-de-sac's still going to be the same 80 foot.
Right, but how do they get there?
Their driveway,
Driveway's off.
driveway entrances.
So here's the end of the cul-de-sac.
Oh.
There's a house lot right here at the end, right here at the end, and a driveway coming back to 2 more lots.
And will the driveways this going back to the other 2 lots, will that be maintained by the town?
No, that's private.
Okay, so only to the cul-de-sac will be by the town.
Correct.
Okay, I'm okay with it.
If you have any questions for Mr. Lado, he is here.
I have just one. So how long before we anticipate that the road will be completed so that we can start and maintaining it at that point?
Yeah, I hope to get completed by the end of summer, so maybe September, the latest.
Okay.
So,
I just want to know so I can get the highway staff to go down and take a look at it to verify if everything's okay with them.
yeah,
Is the cul-de-sac area wide enough for plowway to come through? And where would they deposit snow?
I don't know.
there won't be curbage as long as that's, I think that's enough for discussion, but that's how it shows in the plan, so no curb. So that'll be a little easier for them to pile the snow on the side without ruining the curb. So it's gonna be similar to Finn Lane.
Okay.
And, you know, they have a plan and how they have attacked that in the past, so
Yeah.
they can use similar strategies.
Yeah, I'm just
But if you-
concerned
if you-
a resident isn't going to complain that we're putting snow onto their property, that's all.
Yeah.
Do you have a timeline for this project to go?
The whole project to be completed?
Well, other than the other 4, yes.
I plan to have all 9 more houses built in the next 5 years. I can do about 2 a year, and I plan on having the road this summer. So after that, I'll be pretty much solely focused on this, just building the new construction. I do most of the work on those as well, so. But that's about my limitations, is two houses a year. So within that time frame, we could do 9 in about 5 years.
Okay. Thank you for the input to that. And any other things you want to add in, Sean or Ryan?
I put together a checklist for Greg, things that we're looking for during inspections, just so everyone's looking to. And I told Greg if anything comes up, if it makes sense or whatever, we're there to work with them and figure it out. So,
Okay.
about it.
Proper spelling for the road, is it LN? So it'll be Lilly, LN?
Yes,
So it's not Lily.
Well,
Lily Lane.
so it is Lily. but
Lily
Lane,
Lane,
LN.
yes,
Oh.
yes.
Yep.
So my only two questions? You-
And this also, so I should say, so there was 2 items that were in the ordinance. So one was, first, so when ordinance 101 was established, all the roadways, it said should be 30 feet, which that's extremely wide. Typical roadway is 24 feet, so a 12-foot drive aisle on either side. Those plans right there do show a 22-foot, but the Board of Selectmen has the ability to leave it down to a 24. So Greg would be going with the 24, even though the calculation shows 22.
So the ordinance is supposed to be 30?
Correct, but it says that the Board of Selectmen can waive it down to 24, which is typical.
Yep.
Now, I have the ordinance printed out here too.
We have it already.
You have it?
Yep.
Mhm.
And then you have the bonding for the 2-year bond.
Yes, we do.
So does that have to be the motion to accept that as with a 2-year bond?
It was a conditional approval from the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Okay.
And one other thing to note as well, in that ordinance, it did say that curbing was required. And so another, I don't know the technical term, but another condition, I guess, of approval would be that you would have to approve no curbing. So there's no curbing out there, so basically the road is going to drain off to roadside swales. So there's not going to be any curbing on the side to collect that rainwater into catch basins. It's just going to go right off to
Property.
swales on the side.
Same where it meets Spalding?
Yep, and then it's going to be Spalding, so it's going to look just like how Spalding looks when you drive out in Spalding, how everything sheet flows off to those swales. It would be the same exact intent.
There's check dams also installed that are going to slow the flow of water and kind of filter it some at the end of the swales as well.
So for both the 30-foot roadway waived down to 24,
Mhm.
and then the exemption of those curbs. And that was all approved with the planning and zoning.
So planning and zoning approved that it going down to 24?
Planning and zoning approved down to 22,
Okay. And then without the curbing?
and also without the curbing.
So we would entertain a motion at this time to accept Lily Lane.
I still got 2
Oh,
questions.
sorry.
Sorry. Under section BB, it says that you review formal comments from the planning and zoning, which you said you did, inland wetlands, which you said you did, conservation commission, which I didn't hear that you said you did.
The Conservation Commission was, they were not meeting at that point in time because they did not have enough members for a quorum.
Mhm. They have since, but town engineer, you said you did, and the chief of police.
Yes, he did look at this.
Okay, I didn't hear that one. No, that's it. That's all.
Lot sizes, are they,
Lot sizes range from 1.35 acres up to the back 2 or 3.5, and the other ones are.
all I had to hear was the first part, is as long as you're already 60s and the rest of them are bigger, that's fine. 'Cause I think that guideline would be followed by the Conservation Commission, because it is looking for more space. But we will review it with them as well, but. Any others? So our motion would be to accept Lily Lane for the town road with a approval for the width to be 24 feet and no curbing at this time.
Clarity, you're not accepting it, the road can't be accepted until it's completed. You're
Approval of
approving
the-
design and allowing it to move forward.
Approval of design?
I'll make a motion that we approve the design of Lily Lane. And do we need to do the waiver at this point? And waive the width of the road down to 24 feet
And no
No.
curb.
with no curbing? I think those are given.
Motion's been made.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed, thank you. Item number 2, we've added on. You'll see in your packet, there is information. We didn't think it was going to come this quick. So these two gentlemen here just happen to be part of that committee. You'll see that in the information that you have in the packet. Let me go through it really quickly for you.
I don't have that.
Don't.
No.
So we have a Moosup Valley Trail extension. I don't mind sharing that with you. But basically is a continuation of the Moosup Valley Trail. We'd like to be able to hook up both trails, the Quinnebog and over to the Moosup Valley Trail. In order to do that, we put an application in with the state of Connecticut. Mind you that that application means that the town of Plainfield doesn't have to pay for it because it's federally funded to 80% and 20% from the state. So we'd like to put plans out there. We asked for different companies with an RFP, taking a look at what we'd like to put out there for them. And they had 7, I think it was total 7 applicants, which we narrowed down to 5 for interview process component. I've attached the individual scoring sheets and documents for each interview and the calculation spreadsheet. Look, first of all, I can tell you that they were all very good companies, number 1. Number 2, it came down pretty close between 2 companies. And that's when we decided that Ty & Bond was the company of choice. So what we're looking to do is go through that process. If you wouldn't mind, with the information you've received from Shannon, and if you have any questions for these two gentlemen here or myself, I'd like to be able to entertain that motion to try to negotiate with Ty & Bond. Those monies for payment come out of the state and federal funds.
Kevin, can you spell the name of that company?
I'll give you the whole sheet so you have it.
Okay, thank you.
But if you want it, it's T-I-G-H-E and Bond.
Thank you.
I have no problem with them. They've done stuff for us
They have
before.
done stuff with the town before. A couple of them have.
And we've had no problems with them.
They're very good.
He was just working with Shannon, wasn't he,
On something else, yeah. We have,
on this?
they've, some stuff in the back, some stuff in the sewer department, so we've worked with them before.
So they've got
We've got a good track
Good
record.
rep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion to accept the bid proposal for the Moosup Valley Trail Extension Project for Ty & Bond.
And I'll second it.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right. And the third item which we added on was to discuss and act on a non-binding advisory question to ask if the public is in favor or not of the proposed Smart Technology LLC Municipal Solid Waste Processing Facility. By the way, both of these items that we just added on, one came to us actually both came to us very quickly. The first one was we had put the paperwork in with the state of Connecticut for the Moosup Valley Trail Extension. We gave our scores, and within a few hours, they came back to us and said, go ahead. So, same sort of thing here where we had a meeting or a public hearing, informational meeting that just happened this past Wednesday. So in light of everything that came forward, I think it would be only fair to allow the public, again, it's a non-advisory, non-binding question. I mean, it's an advisory, non-binding. It gives the state of Connecticut the information that, I mean, we're sending a letter anyway to the Board of Selectmen. I know that the planning and zoning, I know that inland wetlands is. Individuals, residents will be sending that information out there. So it doesn't hurt to put it out there as a question for the public to then say what they want to do. And it's just a yes or no question.
When would this be, when
Well,
would this be done?
great
and how would
question.
it be done?
We can't put it on for Monday, the 19th. That's our budget, that's too late because it's already in the paper as to what the questions are. So it would be the next, if anything failed, it would be the next referendum, we'd add it on. If not, we'll pick a date. And
Okay, it would be a referendum, it wouldn't be a town vote, because I think the people have pretty much spoken at the town.
Well, that's the thing, you had 250, 300 people here. You have quite a few more people who
No,
are.
I get that, I want as much participation as possible.
Then I would recommend a referendum.
But I definitely want to make sure that more people are aware of it.
I always say the same thing, when you want more people, you have a referendum. It gives a 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. opportunity. Everybody should be able to get to that.
So it would be worded that they're in favor or not?
Well, I'll word it properly, but yes, if you want to have that.
Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
So whether they want the trash plant or not. I make a motion, we have a referendum on the proposal for the trash plant on whether we would like to have it or not.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I will follow up with a date. I'll make sure that we have a proper date, and we'll have a meeting, special meeting, just to make sure we set the date properly.
Perfect.
And that way, we can go forward with that. And again, it's non-binding. It really is something, though, that tells the siting council, the town of Plainfield actually allowed an opportunity for all residents to have their say in what's going on.
Let me add to my motion that it's non-binding.
Yeah,
I don't think I said that in the motion, so.
I'll second it.
okay. And again, all in favor?
Aye.
I think that is
One
it.
question on that.
Yep,
Could this help us in not getting it?
correct. It's, you're.
With the town vote saying
Again,
no?
I would say that it's not just the town of Plainfield residents who would write a letter to the siting council.
Right.
It could be anywhere in the region, anywhere in the state. So it doesn't hold a lot of weight for, a couple of the boards and commissions, but it may be something that the siting council could see to say that,
The whole
just give a
town.
hypothetical, you get 5,000 voters and you get 4,000 saying no thank you. That kind of helps more on the siting council's understanding of how much people really don't want it. So
Disapprove.
it just tells them, we have not just passed over the residents. The residents have an actual understanding what's going on, and they want it or don't. So that's it. With nothing else on the agenda, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Time is 7:21.
Hey, it stayed out.